Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another episode of what's on my makeup wish list. These are items that I don't currently have that I have been thinking about recently that are on my makeup wish list that I've been thinking about picking up. And yeah, I'm going to talk you through them all today, and I have them all written down on this notepad, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at, and I'm going to get straight into it. The first thing I have on my makeup wish list to talk about with you guys today is the new NYX lip glosses. I really like the current butter glosses that I have from NYX, and so when I saw they came out with new lip glosses, I'm really intrigued. If they smell nice and if they're convenient for me to get my hands on, I'll definitely be picking them up because I really like my current lip glosses that I have from NYX. I just think that NYX has really good lip products, and I've been loving the ones that I currently have for so long that I would love to try some new ones, especially in some like neutral shades. I saw they had like a beige and like a light brown. Those are probably the shades that I'd go for just because I do get more use out of those neutral shades, but they have a wide variety of like more colorful shades as well. I think there was a light blue and I think a light purple as well, and those look really fun, but probably not for me just because I stick to the boring shades more often these days. But yeah, really interested to try the new NYX lip glosses, and I hope they come to Australian drugstores soon. And the next thing on my makeup wish list is actually also from NYX, and it is the new Marshmallow Primer from them. I'm not a huge primer person, to be honest. I don't actually go through a lot of primer. It's not something that I find essential in my makeup routine, but I do like really nice scented products. Obviously, I always talk about like products and how they smell, and that's something that's a huge factor when I'm thinking about if I like a product. Is I'll think about, do I like the smell of it? Is there a pleasant smell? Is it an enjoyable experience? I don't know, it all goes into me enjoying a product. And I even think the packaging of the NYX Marshmallow Primer is cute. Some of the NYX packaging isn't like my favorite. I don't hate any NYX packaging that I can think of, but it's not like cute, but I think that the Marshmallow Primer packaging is quite cute. And then also it's going viral on TikTok, and I'm interested because everyone on TikTok's loving it. And even if they're loving it just because it smells good, as long as it's not bad, if it smells good, I'm probably gonna like it. So yeah, I feel like that's a primer that I'll get use out of and that I will enjoy. So that is definitely on my wish list, just because a lot of the time primer doesn't appeal to me either. Like, I'm not really a primer person, and so I'm not really on the hunt for that many primers. And so when one does interest me, I usually pick it up because it's pretty rare that I'm interested in a primer. The next thing I have to talk about is the Wet n Wild Eggshells palette. The Walking on Eggshells palette from Wet n Wild is such a classic. Everyone used to have it on old school YouTube, and it's one of those drugstore palettes that wasn't as available to me because I live here in Australia, and Wet n Wild just wasn't like a brand that was as accessible here. I think Wet n Wild recently has come to the drugstore here in Australia. I think it's now available at Priceline, which is really exciting for us. And I've always wanted to try the Walking on Eggshells palette just because I feel like it'd be a really easy palette to throw into my like everyday makeup bag, because it's a kind of a smaller palette. It's got some basic shades. I feel like I'd get wear out of it. So yeah, I'm interested to try the Walking on Eggshells palette. The formula looks soft and creamy, and it's just like such a classic. I'd love to add it to my collection. Another thing that's on my makeup wish list is also from the drugstore, and it's the new Maybelline Fit Me foundations.
These bottles aren't in my skin tone, but that's what the matte and the dewy version look like.
I've tried out other foundations from Maybelline previously from their old Fit Me ranges, but they keep updating the Fit Me line. It used to be just the old original Fit Me foundation, and then they made it into two variations. They had a matte and smooth one, and then like a dewy version of the foundation. So there were two versions of the foundation, and recently they've updated both of those versions. So now the matte one has, I think it has clay in it, and then I think the dewy version of the foundation now has vitamin E in it. And both of those things sound really interesting to me. I kind of have like neutral skin. My skin's not like particularly dry, but it's not particularly oily, so I do enjoy a matte foundation or a dewy foundation on different occasions. And so I'd really like to pick up the new versions of the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, because I have also completely used up my previous Fit Me foundation as well. So I'm out of that particular foundation right now, and I want to get the new version. But also, I do think I'm a different shade to what I previously thought I was. Previously, I'd been picking up the shade 120, but I always felt like it had like too much of a pink undertone for me, because obviously I'm like a yellowy undertone. And I think the shade 220 would actually suit me better. I was a bit hesitant to like try something that was sounding so dark. You know, I've always been 120, and 220 sounds like 100 shades darker, literally. But the shades aren't that different. It's a little bit darker, but it's mostly more yellow, and I think that shade is going to suit me more. So yeah, if I do pick up those foundations, I will try and get them in the shade 220, which is exciting and outside of my comfort zone, but hopefully it fits me better. If it doesn't, you can laugh because it won't fit me anymore. The next thing that is on my makeup wish list is some stuff from Becca. I'm really sad that Becca's closing down, and so I'm like on the rush to like buy some products and like restock on like my favorite Becca products before they're gone forever. I used to really love my Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter and my Becca Flower Child Blush. It was like my favorite blush for ages. I probably will be repurchasing that just because it's such a classic. But other things that are on my Becca wish list at the moment are also repurchasing Champagne Pop and also picking up the Opal highlighter. I think that the Opal highlighter, out of all the highlighters they do other than Champagne Pop, will probably be the one that suits my skin tone the most, just because it's the most like champagne-y. It has like a neutral, I don't know, I just feel like it melts into my skin so nicely, and it doesn't have like a white cast or a yellow cast on my skin tone. I just feel like it's like a champagne-y, neutral, my skin but highlighter color, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really want to try Opal and like get that while it's still available, because I feel like it's gonna sit really well on my skin. But yeah, I want to try a lot of things from Becca, and I'm really sad they're disappearing. So probably going to pick up some stuff, and you'll probably see some Becca things in a future haul soon, because I don't want to have FOMO and never try things and miss out forever from Becca. Some other things that are on my makeup wish list are, here's something high end. I really want the Gucci lipstick in the shade Emmy Red. Gucci has like a line of lipsticks, and they're mostly like girls' names. They're things like, I don't know, like I'm gonna make them up, like Scarlet. I know there's one called Margaret Candle Flame. And that's another one that's on my wish list because it's like a nude, and I feel like it's a nude that I enjoy. But the one called Emmy Red, my name's Emily, and I feel like Emmy is the one that's meant for me because my name's Emily. It's like the one that's named for me, but it's a limited edition one for Chinese New Year this year, so I need to hurry up and get it before it disappears forever, and then I'll have FOMO. So yeah, the Emmy Red shade from Gucci's Chinese New Year 2021 collection is definitely on my makeup wish list. It's kind of like a warmer toned red, but not too warm toned that it's like an orange toned red. It's just a warmer toned red. It's not orange. So it's definitely within something that I will definitely get use out of, and I'd like to try out the Gucci lipstick formula. I probably wouldn't pick up like face products from Gucci, even though the bronzers and the foundations look really nice to me. Like the packaging and everything looks really appealing to me. I feel like I go through bronzers too quickly and highlighters and, you know, foundations and all those kind of face products too quickly to justify getting a high-end version of that product. But I can definitely get a high-end lipstick just because I feel like lipsticks, they hang around in my collection for a little longer, and I'll get more enjoyment out of them for longer for that price point. So yeah, the Margaret Candle Flame and Emmy Red lipsticks from Gucci Beauty are definitely on my makeup wish list as well. The next thing that's on my makeup wish list is the Bourjois powder, the pressed version of the Healthy Mix powder. I have a pressed version currently that's in a domed packaging, but I also saw they used to have one in a flat packaging, and it's still currently available. I saw it at a Priceline recently, which is like the drugstore that I shop at pretty frequently, and yeah, they had my shade, and next time Priceline has a sale, I'll definitely be picking that up because that is like a range that I really enjoy. I really enjoy the Bourjois Healthy Mix range. I just think it smells really nice, which is very important to me if something smells nice. And also I think the formula performs very well. It has a very beautiful finish on the skin, and I am enjoying the current powder that I have from the Bourjois Healthy Mix range. So I feel like the other powder would probably be similar. It's probably in just like older or newer packaging. I can't really tell if it's older or newer, but if it's slightly different or in different packaging, I'll try it out anyway because I just love that range so much and I want everything from that range. I wish the Bourjois Healthy Mix range was larger because I would buy everything from it because it's so good. The next thing on my makeup wish list, and the last thing I have to share with you guys today, is also from the drugstore. So many drugstore things today. And the last thing is from L'Oreal, and it's the Infallible Powder. You've probably seen this all over TikTok as well because it's gone pretty viral. Everyone's using the L'Oreal Infallible Powder. And I don't know why it's become so popular recently because this powder isn't new. It's been around for ages. I think maybe it's been reformulated or something recently, but I was watching a makeup video from Elle Fowler. If you know her, she's an old school beauty YouTuber, such an icon in my opinion. And I was watching one of her videos that was like, I don't know, maybe like 5 years old, and she was talking about that powder back then. So it's a really, really old powder in my opinion. But recently it's gone viral on TikTok, and I just thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, I really want to get that powder, but it's all sold out in my shade everywhere because because it's gone viral on TikTok. So I'm waiting to get that back in stock so that I can get my hands on that powder. I love the other things I've tried from the L'Oreal Infallible range. I love the foundations, and I also have a concealer from that range as well. I love the Pro Glow foundation, although I think that's discontinued here in Australia now, which is really sad because that used to be one of my favorites, but I panned it. And just like the Freshwear line from the Infallible range, the matte foundation from the Infallible range, all of those are really, really decent quality foundations in my opinion, and at a great like drugstore price point. So yeah, I'm really excited to finally get my hands on the matching powder. I had been thinking about it before the TikTok trend, but after I saw it went viral on TikTok, that like solidified it in my mind. I definitely needed to try that powder, and yeah, I'm definitely going to pick it up when it becomes available. But yeah, those are all the things that are on my current makeup wish list. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment something down below that is currently on your makeup wish list that you're excited about trying or lusting after. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!